Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Addict and today I am bringing you a long awaited channel update video for the last couple of months because I haven't done one in the last couple of months. So it's been a little quiet on the channel recently. I am well aware that I'm well aware that my videos have completely stopped and I don't feel great about it, and I'm sure you guys are a little impatient about it and wondering what's going on. And I'm finally here to tell you what has been going on. I have had a really tough couple of weeks, which have been a mixture of amazing and exciting and absolutely awful. Some of you already know what's been going on with me because you are part of my live stream audience, and I still have been managing to keep up my streaming schedule on the weekends. So yeah, if you guys already know, you already know. But without any further ado, guys, I am here to announce that on October 29th, which was a Friday many weeks ago, I found out that I was pregnant. And it's been like 6-7 weeks since I found out, and as of today I am 11 weeks and 3 days pregnant, according to my pregnancy tracker app. So it's a little earlier in terms of sharing the news of pregnancy than I kind of initially planned on sharing. I was going to wait until I was safely over the 12-week mark. I was going to wait until next week when we have our 12-week ultrasound, but I really wanted to get this video out because I feel absolutely terrible about the fact that I just basically disappeared. But yeah, so 29th of October, it was a Friday. I'd had a strange week. I was expecting my monthlies, my period, and I had all the symptoms that I usually get. Like I was moody and I was a little bit fuzzy in the head, like it felt like my brain wasn't really functioning properly. My breasts were a little tender, you know, like all the usual sort of PMS-y symptoms, but I just wasn't bleeding. And then on the Wednesday, I had something really weird happen. I got sick, just felt really ill, felt like I was coming down with the flu. My glands got swollen, my ears were hurting, my sinuses were hurting. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting sick. This is so weird because I don't get sick. Like I generally don't. Occasionally I might get a little cough or a sniffly nose. Like I have a pretty strong immune system. I don't tend to catch many colds or flus these days, but I felt like I was getting sick. So I went home from work early that day. I had a 3-hour nap and I woke up feeling all better, and I was like, gosh, that's weird, okay. But then that night I got cramps, just mild sort of like period cramps, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's okay, my body's just freaking out. I'm about to, maybe I started my period when I was napping, so I went to the loo and there was no blood, so I was like, that's weird, huh. Oh god, this is going to be a terrible period if I'm cramping before I've even started to bleed, because I'd never had that happen to me before. Thursday I felt okay. Friday morning my cramps were back, still nothing. And I'm just driving to work that day and I'm like, you know, this is really strange. I've never had cramping without bleeding before. And then it struck me like a bolt of lightning as I was driving down to work. I'm like, wait a second. Do people cramp when they're like early pregnant? And I was like, oh. So I got to work and I Googled it and I was like, can cramping be a sign of early pregnancy? And Google was like, yes. These are called implementation cramps, and what happens is your little egg and little embryo is implanting into your uterus, and your uterus is going like, wow! And it's cramping and things are happening. And I was like reading this and it's like 9:30, 10 a.m. on a Friday morning, and I'm going, I need to go to a chemist. So I went and got a test, I took it, and it was positive. So since then my life has turned pretty much upside down. When I found out, it was extremely early. It was like I was literally just pregnant. Officially I was like 4.5 weeks pregnant, but almost 5, because the way they count pregnancy is like kind of weird, but you start counting it from the first day of your last menstrual cycle, your last period. So for me, my last period was September 26th. So that technically is like week 0 of being pregnant. So then by the 29th of October, that's like, 4 weeks later, a bit over 4 weeks later. So that's officially how pregnant I was. It's not the gestational age of baby, it's just how they count pregnancy is weird. I didn't get it, but whatever, okay. So the next week I felt like pretty much fine. I continued to be a little crampy into the next week. I went to the doctor, I got a blood test to confirm that I was indeed pregnant. My body was producing healthy amounts of the HCG hormone, is that what it is? The pregnancy hormone, essentially. So that all got confirmed. My doctor booked me in for my first obstetrician appointment, which was going to be when I got to 8 weeks pregnant. So I was like, oh my God, that's in like a month. You mean I have to wait a month to see my obstetrician? They were like, yeah, they generally don't see people before they're 8 weeks. And I'm like, okay. And then they also booked me in for an initial pregnancy dating ultrasound. So on the 22nd of November, I went in for an ultrasound and I saw my little embryo there in the uterus, exactly where it was supposed to be, which was a relief. And on the screen, we could see a tiny little flicker of a heartbeat going ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. So after that ultrasound, I felt quite relieved. Pregnancy is a little scary and weird and crazy because even though your body can be experiencing all these symptoms, you still like, are you okay in bed? Like, are you growing? Are you where you're supposed to be? You know, like you hear about ectopic pregnancies, you hear about like miscarriages, you hear about all these sorts of things, and all of a sudden your brain is going at well, at least mine was. My brain was going at 1,000,000 miles an hour thinking like, oh my God, like all these different things could go wrong. Oh my God, this is terrifying. What the heck is going on with my body? Are you like, is this gonna stick? Am I gonna stay pregnant? Like it's a freaky ass time. But yeah, so rewinding a little bit. So yeah, 5 weeks pregnant, didn't have any symptoms. I was mostly okay. I was still uploading videos. The next week, I felt like I got hit by a truck or a train. Yeah, a train is probably more like it. It was an extremely busy week of work, extremely busy week of work. And my energy levels completely and utterly tanked. I was working, you know, most days that week from 9 in the morning till 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And then by the time I was driving home, because for me, my drive to and from work is usually about an hour, I was literally struggling to keep my eyes open in the car. I was driving home and I was like struggling to stay awake, and I was freaked out because I was like, I'm literally gonna have a car accident and die because I am not awake right now. Like I can feel how tired I am. I would get home from work at like 5 p.m. I'd go lie on the couch. My husband would cook dinner. I'd eat dinner. I'd go to bed. Like I just had nothing in the tank. I was so tired, more tired than I've like ever been. And I was still sleeping okay. I was like getting, you know, sort of 7-8 hours a night, but I was just zonked. The next week, week 7, the nausea hit. Now, pregnancy nausea is fun. They call it morning sickness. That name is a misnomer. For me, my experience of nausea was no appetite whatsoever. Was not interested in food at all. Nothing sounded tasty. Nothing sounded like it was gonna agree with my stomach. Like, you know how you feel a bit hungry, you think of something you might like to eat and go, yeah, no, that'll be nice. And you could sort of feel, you can almost like feel how it's gonna feel inside your stomach. Everything sounded terrible. Everything sounded like I do not want to eat that. When I woke up first thing in the morning, I usually felt pretty much fine. But then as soon as either something hit my stomach, be it a drink of water or like a coffee. I'm still having like 1 coffee a day. It's very weak and it's perfectly safe. Don't judge me. But yeah, as soon as anything hit my tummy, I would start to feel nauseous, and that would just grow throughout the day and steadily get worse until by nighttime I could barely eat and barely stay out of bed because I was just so nauseous. The third thing I experienced with nausea was or is a metallic taste, or like a persistent horribly bad taste in my mouth. Didn't matter how many times I brushed my teeth, how many times I would have mints, how many times I would chew, you know, chewing gum to try to just help this taste in my mouth. It was awful. It was all day, every day, some days, just a horrible taste in my mouth. When I would eat food, it would taste kind of weird, it would taste kind of off, and it was just rough. It was just been rough. I have not vomited once, so I consider myself quite lucky there. I've come very close a couple of times to vomiting, but I have not actually, you know, like a sim, had my head over the toilet going like, oh, I'm so sick. Not happened to me. I have not vomited. I have, in general, quite a strong stomach, so I'm not surprised that I haven't vomited, but like there've been days where I wished that I could have because I think I would have felt better. But yeah, so for a few weeks, that's been my experience. Pretty much I had like, yeah, so it started sort of halfway through week 6, early week 7, and it's only this last week that I've finally started to feel like I can eat again. My appetite has come back a little. I've still been eating, don't get me wrong, like I would have small things throughout the day. And I looked up all the advice that said, you know, have plain salty crackers, have peppermint, have ginger, have this, have that, have this. Dried apricots can help with nausea, and they are pretty good actually. As well as like salty crackers, they were okay, but nothing really made me feel a lot better. Everything was just kind of like, okay, I'm just stomaching this and hoping for the best. I went completely off of tea. Completely. I did not want to have a cup of tea at all. I could barely drink my coffee in the morning. It tasted so terrible. I love potato. Potato has been like the one thing throughout this whole experience that I've been able to eat and enjoy. Potato is good. Meat, I've not been able to stomach very well whatsoever. The smell of cooking meat is enough to send me running. So my poor husband has been having to cook most of our meals. I can then usually eat a little bit of it after it's cooked, but the smell of it cooking, I'm out. Particularly red meat has been really tough for me to actually stomach. Chicken's been okay, fish has been okay, but yeah, red meat, not good. So yeah, that has been really rough. The exhaustion and tiredness also lasted pretty solidly up until about this week. I'm not kidding when I say it's literally been the last 3 days maybe that I've started to feel a little more like myself again. I've started to feel a little more energized, a little more capable, and even that has had major limitations. So basically all of that to say, so far pregnancy has been extremely tough for me. I have been really struggling to have motivation to do anything because of the tiredness and the just feeling sick all day long. Mood swings as well. I've definitely had mood swings. Definitely had mood swings. You just ask my husband, yeah, he'll agree with me. And I think the lack of energy and the constant feeling of sickness has really contributed to the mood swings. I've not been feeling good, you guys. I really haven't. I've really been struggling mentally because for me, mental health is the same as physical health. It needs to be maintained, and the two kind of go hand in hand. And the fact that I've been so sick and tired has meant that I haven't really had energy to get up and move. I've still been trying to go for walks, little walks, but like I end up feeling really sick and I have to come home. That has and you know, lying in bed all day doing not much has a big impact on my mental health. It doesn't make me feel good. And I've had no motivation to do pretty much anything. So I've been struggling. When I was still recording videos, I was telling you guys, like, you know, I've got some stuff going on. I had vertigo really bad one time. I was recording a Stardew Valley episode. Like I could barely like look at the screen. I was just feeling so nauseous from the movement of the little character on the horse around the screen. I was like, oh my god, I feel really sick. Oh, sorry, don't know what that was about. Also, this, by the way, this cord right here, this is my green screen. If you guys were wondering why there's like a random cord behind my head, that's what that is. I was gonna say that at the start of the video and I forgot. But yeah, so I've been in struggle street. I really have for the last month. So right now it's, no, probably a month and a half. So yeah, right now it's December 17th. Oh my God, Christmas is in like a week. And yeah, like pretty much the last 4 or 5 weeks I have been I've been going through it. It's been really rough. Now I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. I've been doing a lot of research. I've had, you know, my immediate family and friends obviously know that I'm pregnant as well. And everyone has been telling me to just hold on, you know, to just stick it out, because first trimester is tough, but then it gets better. Once you hit second trimester, which I'll be hitting in a week or 2, you start to feel a lot better. So just hold out for that. And I am hoping, crossing my fingers and toes, that I will start to feel much, much better soon. But the signs are good this week. Like the signs are good because I am feeling a little more energized. I'm feeling a little more capable. I'm feeling a little more positive. I can eat again. I'm hungry. You know, I still feel nauseous after I eat some things, but in general, the nausea is subsiding, and I'm starting to feel better, which is such a relief. And that's kind of why I wanted to jump on and record this video today and tell you guys that I'm okay, I'm alive. This is actually a huge, extremely exciting, momentous occasion in my life. But it's been a little rough so far. Another thing I was going to say that I didn't is that this baby was 100% planned and wanted. My husband and I, we both really wanted to have kids, and we both really wanted to have kids quickly after we got married. That said, we did not expect it to happen quite so soon. So basically, I stopped my birth control that I was on at the start of September because we were getting married in October, and I was like, well, you know, I'll stop the birth control now. I'll give my hormones a month to just recover, get back to normal, let my cycle kick back in, all that kind of thing. And then literally we got pregnant in October. I was expecting that it would take 3 to 6 months at least to conceive. So I had like a lot of plans. I had a lot of plans for after the wedding, because the wedding was such like an all-encompassing huge deal. It was like, okay, after the wedding, I'm gonna, you know, like invest more into YouTube. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna lose 10 kilos. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be awesome. And then literally, like, so we got married on the 10th, 29th. So 2 weeks later was when I found out that I was pregnant. So it happened way sooner than we were expecting, and that came with some mental challenges as well. I was like, oh my God, am I ready for this? Like, I was not expecting this so soon. I was not expecting this so quickly. This is insane. So while, yes, 100% our little bambino was wanted, planned for, you know, and is loved and desired, it still was a huge shock, huge shock, and something that I didn't think was going to happen for quite some time into the future. So my due date is the first week of July next year. Officially, I think it's like what is it at the moment? Maybe like the 6th of July. I don't know. No, you know, it's hard to exactly pin down a due date, I think. The funny thing about that week is it's actually my mum's birthday and my husband's birthday. Mum on the 7th and my husband on the 9th. So if we do have Bambino that week, it's going to be quite a birthday gift for those guys, I guess. But yeah, we are really excited. I'm also terrified because even though I have always wanted to be a mum, always. It's been like my number one dream since I was a little girl was I want to grow up and have babies. I want to grow up and be a mother. I know that sounds really like old fashioned. It sounds kind of backwards. I don't know. Look, some girls actually want that. Okay. Some girls don't, and that's actually fine. If you do not want kids, that is totally your call, and I do not judge you. Good for you to like know what you want. That's awesome. For me, I always wanted to have kids, always wanted to, but I'm also terrified because I'm like, am I going to be any good at this? Am I going to be able to handle this? I'm not great with sleep deprivation, so I don't know how I'm going to go with that. And the anxiety and the nerves that I've felt just being pregnant, you know, if it's like this the whole way through having a baby, I might struggle. And so to that end, I have actually scheduled an appointment with a psychologist, a therapist. It's going to be over Zoom because right now I'm trying to stay home as much as possible because COVID. So yeah, I have an appointment with a therapist on Monday. We're going to touch base. If we click, if we jive, I plan on continuing to see her at least once a month. Zoom her at least once a month, if not soon, if not more regularly, over the next couple of years, because I feel like I need some support mentally, especially, yeah, I've been feeling really low lately. I've been feeling so tired, flat, you know, unmotivated and sad, that I really feel like I could use that support. So that's something that I have lined up for myself, to give myself more support and some space to grow and be, you know, to make myself ready, I guess, to have this child. Yeah, if you're someone who struggles with mental health, just like a little aside here, like, please seek help. Like, I noticed myself, I think it was probably last week or the week before, I just noticed myself, I was really dipping. Like, I've had depression before. I was diagnosed with severe cyclic depression back in 2018. I went on medication, I sought therapy, and I sort of, after six months of therapy and medication, came off of both of those things and have been doing pretty well since. But I know the signs, I know the symptoms, and I really started to feel a lot of those in the last couple of weeks. So immediately I burst into tears and I had a big cry to my husband, and I said, I'm gonna book in for therapy because I can feel myself sliding, I can feel myself going down, I can feel myself spiraling. So this is something I'm gonna do for myself. So if you're someone who, you know, needs some support in your life, please reach out, because even, you know, even since I booked that appointment, I haven't even had it yet, but even since I booked it, I've started to feel better, and I've started to feel more positive and like, hey, you got this, you're gonna be okay. And that's good. So what does all of this mean for the channel? Well, basically, as I said, I have started to feel better, which is really, really exciting because I really miss making YouTube videos for you all. So I am going to attempt to get back to my regular programming as soon as I can. Obviously next week's gonna be a little crazy because it's the lead up to Christmas, but I'm gonna try to get a couple of videos out. No promises because I don't know what to expect each day when I wake up in the morning. And some days I wake up and I feel great and I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm feeling good. I can get so much done today. And then by midday, I'm like, I'd like to go back to bed now. I just kind of go back to bed. Hence why I'm actually filming this video for you right now. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning because at the moment, that's when I feel the best is, yeah, the hours before midday, I feel pretty good. And then after midday, I start to get really tired still and go downhill. But yeah, so I'm going to try to record for you as much as I can, get whatever I can out. Christmas is obviously coming. Oh my gosh, this week I have, because I've finally been feeling better, I got my Christmas shopping done. Woohoo! And I finished decorating all of our Christmas biscuits. Here's an example. I always cook a couple hundred biscuits at Christmas time. Baking them's the easy part, decorating them takes hours, but I finished that off yesterday. So yeah, presents are done, cookies are done. We are hosting my family here at our house this year, so I've got a little bit of preparation to do for that, but mostly I'm all set to go, so that's not a big deal. Next week, yeah, so Monday I have the therapist appointment, that's just an hour. The Wednesday I have my next ultrasound, which is really exciting because it's been a while since I've had a little sneak peek at Bambino, so I'm excited to see them again. Hopefully things are still going well. I have no real reason to be concerned, but at the same time there's still anxiety there. So yeah, hopefully everything is good. The reason that I wanted to tell you guys about this pregnancy as well, which by the way, baby's code name is Jelly. So my husband's name is Paul, my name is Beth. We are P&B, peanut butter, so therefore our baby's code name is Jelly. So there you go, if I'm talking about Jelly, I'm talking about the baby. So yeah, I have no real reason to be concerned that Jelly is not okay, it's just there's always anxiety there. I got some more blood tests done earlier this week as well, so we'll be getting some like results there that could indicate any issues with Jelly's development. So it's still a little bit of a tense time, and unfortunately because it's Christmas and New Year's, my obstetrician is away for the next few weeks, so I'm not booked in to see him again until the 13th of January, which is ages away, but at least yeah, next Wednesday I'll be able to get another look at Jelly, see how they're going, make sure their little heart's still going, make sure they're still growing, make sure everything is still okay. But yeah, the reason I wanted to tell you guys at this stage was that even if something does go wrong at this point, I want you guys to be aware. If something is wrong with Jelly, if something has gone awry, if something is going awry with their development and we're not going to be able to see this pregnancy through, I will obviously be absolutely heartbroken and devastated, but I wanted to share the news with you because if something does go wrong, I want to be able to share that with you as well. Because I am a sharer. I like to talk about what is going on in my life, and it's been really killing me, actually, that I haven't been able to talk about this for the last couple of weeks. Yeah, usually everyone says, oh, you know, wait until after your 12-week scan, wait until after the first trimester, wait until you're all in the clear, but yeah, whatever, I'm telling you guys now, because if something does go wrong from here, I don't think it will, but if it does, you know, I'm gonna share that as well, and I'm gonna be like, guys, I'm gonna be taking the next month off because I just lost my pregnancy and I'm devastated and I need some time to recover. So yeah, I like really crossing my fingers and hoping, and I don't think anything's gonna go wrong. I think I'm gonna have a very normal, healthy pregnancy. That's what my mum and my husband and my doctors and everyone are telling me, is I'm gonna be fine, everything looks good. You know, there's still doubts and there's still anxieties, but I think we're going to be okay. But yeah, just in case something does go wrong, I will let you guys know, and then I will probably be taking some more time off because that's going to be devastating. I'm going to have to deal with that. But yeah, I just wanted to be open. I just wanted to be transparent, let you guys know that, yeah, I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm healthy-ish. and I'm functioning-ish. I've been spending a lot of time in bed. And oh my gosh, do I love my bed. I can nap so good right now. Like, oh man, if I get anything less than 8 hours sleep at night, I'm usually taking a nap during the afternoon for at least an hour or 2 hours right now. It's pretty pathetic, but I just can't keep my eyes open. It's an issue. Anyway, yes, channel-wise, guys, I'm still alive. I love my YouTube channel. I want to get back to it. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I want to get back to releasing content for you guys. So please don't run away. Please stay subscribed. I really appreciate you all being so patient with me. I appreciate you all, watching this video to find out where I've been and what's been going on. Yeah, I do intend to continue my YouTubing even all the way through this pregnancy, even into when, baby is born, because I do not plan on keeping my job at the university long term. I'm thinking I'll probably continue to work there till maybe March or April, and then I'll probably stop. And then I'll have nothing to do but make YouTube videos and then eventually take care of a baby as well. But my plan is to continue working on the channel, as a mum, and continue uploading content as a mum. And I hope that you guys are all excited to share this journey with me. I hope that you're all excited to meet Jelly in July next year. I will definitely be excited to show you Jelly. I hope that you're all excited to, continue watching the channel, and I do have things planned. So definitely please stay tuned. Last but not least, I actually wanted to show you guys my belly, because maybe you guys are curious. There's not much to show, guys. It's 11 weeks. I think I'm gonna have to pop up on this. Let me see, can I stand on it? I don't think I should stand on that. I got this pink poof, and I was like, maybe I'll stand on the poof. That's not gonna work. What if I fancy motorized desk for the win? But yeah, so belly at the moment is looking like this. Unfortunately, this is not Jelly. This is just other Jelly. I've always had a little bit of a belly. I've always had a little bit of a cush there. And what I've noticed is that as my uterus is expanding, the cush is just kind of being popped out. So that's just belly fat, pure and simple. Before I could really suck it in and make it almost disappear, but since getting pregnant, yeah, you can see it. So anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for today. I have a half hour of me rambling about being pregnant to edit down and put into a short and bite-sized video, so I'm looking forward to that. If you are interested to stay tuned to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It really helps out. You can also hit the notification bell to be notified as to when I upload. If you enjoyed this update, please hit the like button. That means a lot to me as well. And I do plan on bringing you more life and pregnancy updates as we go through this process. Yeah, I'm very excited to be almost through the first trimester, as I've said, and to continue on this journey. So that's it, I guess. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care. I hope you have an amazing day, and I plan on speaking to you all again very, very soon.